Hi, my name is Jesus Gerardo Franco and this is my presentation of Unity 1. The topic is sustainable meaning. I will start talking about environmental service, rational use of resources and quality of life. Well, environmental service are the benefits that people receive from different ecosystems such as jungles, wetlands, forests, deserts, among others habits, haters, hater naturally or through their sustainable magnum. What is the importance of the environmental service? Well, it allows people who inhabit the indigenous or rural community to improve their quality of life and conserve their natural wealth. For urban population to understand that both their quality of life and their economic activities are related to the state that they keep natural resources. There are four main categories of ecosystem services. 1. Provisioning services: wood, medicines, fresh water, food, and fibers. 2. Support services: existence of habits, nutrient cycling, and seed dispersals. 3. Regulatory services: water purification, pollination, and pest control. And 4. Cultural service: recreation, tourism, spiritual inspiration. Rational or sustainable use of resource in general. Rational or sustainable use refers to the ability to make use of natural resource without causing greater damage to nature, and to the ability to reproduce and to replenish this resource over time. Approach to the preservation of natural resource. The protection of the environment has become a priority since they are the wealth that humanity has. With the problem of pollution, it has a general debate for the preservation and regeneration of the natural environment. Quality, quality of life. Quality of life can be defined as the well-being of each person in the environment where he or she operates and the assessment or satisfaction of what they have or aspire to have. In themselves, they are the vital condition of each individual according to her social diversity. Working for sustainable development implies advancing simultaneously in five dimensions: economic, human, environmental, institutional, and technological. For example, in economical dimension, economic activity from the perspective of sustainable cannot continue to operate under the slogan of whatever happens, the business continues. Progress must change the paradigm from the pollution pace to that of what pace is preventing pollutions. Human dimensions. Sustainable development is aimed at a better quality of life. Abercrombie persevered, satisfying basic human needs and equalizing income, reclaiming economic resource to meet these needs. Environmental dimension. It's not possible to conceive of development or human life without the sustenance of nature. In a sustainable model, the use of natural and energy resource is limited to the regeneration capacity and the generation of waste to the assimilation capacity of the ecosystem. Next, in conditional institutional dimension, a low level of representation of the population is the initiatives and action of the state, and well as an excessive centralism are clearly unsustainable. Technological dimension. An acceleration of technological innovation or development is required to reduce to natural resource content to science economic activities as well to improve in quality of production. The technological dimension implies the search and change toward more efficient technologies in the case of industrialized countries and the development of more efficient and cleaner technology in countries in rapid industrialization. It's the document that serves as the basis and provides that the strategic guidelines for public policy formulated by the President of the Republic through his government team. Its preparation, socialization, evaluation, and follow up is the direct responsibility of the PND. The National Development Plan is the formal and legal instrument by means of which the objectives of the government are outlined, allowing the obligatory evaluation of the magnum. The general part indicates the long-term national purpose and objectives. The goals and priorities of state action is the medium term, and the general strategies and guidelines of the economic, social, and environmental policy that will be adopted by the government. The National Institute of Ecology and Climate Change is a government body whose mission is to generate, integrate, and discriminate knowledge and information through applied scientific research and capacity building to support the formulation of environmental policies and decision making that promote sustainable development. It has a climate change program responsible for obtaining the greenhouse gas emission inventory, conducts studies of climate variety and mitigation of GHG emissions, conduct analysis of vulnerability assessment and adaptation options, develop future emissions scenarios, and conduct studies of the benefits of reducing the burning of fossils fuels and promoting the development of clean technologies. United Nations and UNEP, UN Environmental Program. The United Nations Environmental Program, UNEP, is the voice for the environmental within the United Nations system. UNEP has a long history of contributing to the development and implementation of the environmental law through its normative work of through the facilitation of intergovernmental platform for the development of multilateral environmental principles on guidelines which aim to make facing global environmental programs sustainable and environmental quality in meaning. The most considered meaning campaigns involve environmental management, not as an individual element, but has an integral component of meaning sustainable. In this order of the ideas, The advancement strategies is the environmental aspect are combined and articulate with the strategies in the social and economic aspect. Large and small miners have different motivation to include the concept of sustainability in their competitive, competitive strategies. In this case of small miners, the motivation is related to the generation of added values in their final product. Will for large companies is it is related to commitments made at the international level with interest partners. It is therefore necessary to analyze the alternatives that the tools of environmental management and clean production can contribute and the better understanding of the environmental impact throughout the life cycle. The Earth Charter is a declaration of fundamental ethical principles for the construction of a just, sustainable, and peaceful global society in the 20th century. The Charter seeks to inspire in all people a new sense of global independence and shared responsibility for well-being in the entire human family, the great community of life, and the future generation. The Charter recognizes that the objectives of ecologic protection, poverty eradication, equality, economic development, respect for human rights, democracy, and peace are independent and indivisible. The Charter is a vision of hope and a call to action. The Earth Charter is peculiarity consistent with transition to sustainable lifestyle and sustainable human development. In conclusion, the Charter is the product of a decade-long intercultural dialogue global around various common goals and shared values to guide the transition to a sustainable future.